Hey, this is JC and welcome to Small Brick City, where we want to help you build a Lego city regardless of the space you have. If you want to build a custom Lego city but don't have all the space in the world, you might be interested in this video because we're going to discuss 3 tips on maximizing space for a Lego city. And for this discussion, I'll be using this model of a brick-built room. After all, we all know that the dimensions of a minifig and Lego bricks is perfectly proportionate to that of human beings. Therefore, this is a perfect 2-scale replica of real life, so I'm sure it'll be really handy. I'm sure you've all seen photos or watched videos where there are giant Lego-sized cities built on tables in the middle of the room just like this. However, not everyone has the luxury of having a full basement, garage, or spare room to have an entire Lego city in the middle of the room. Most often, our rooms are multifunctional and we will have to share the room with our Lego city. So here's tip number 1, and that is to always build the Lego city along the walls. So you might need to rearrange some furniture for that. So in this case, let me just take out this armchair, this table for now, and this bookcase. And let's have Mr. Lego Man move aside as well. And you'd want to build your Lego city against the wall, and if you can, I always suggest taking up a corner just like that. Now if you do something like that, notice how much space is freed up. You now can use this space for other things, or at least you won't be walking into a Lego table right in the middle of the room. You can actually cross the room without going around the Lego table, and this might look much neater in your home. Now, sometimes it's not always possible to have complete free space, so don't worry, it is perfectly fine to break up your Lego city. And what I mean by that is you could have tables separated. Let's say you have a piece of furniture like this bookcase here and you can't possibly build your Lego table in that corner. You could separate it out to something like that. In this case, I always suggest building cross sections of cities. After all, a Lego city is really a replica or miniature version of a real city. And regardless of how much space you have, unless you have an entire airport hangar, there's no way you can really fully replicate a real size city in a Lego size. It is often miniaturized and played down to scale. So in this case, I always suggest building cross sections of a city section or a district. So in this case, I have 2 Lego tables, but they can represent 2 separate parts of my city. So this is the metro city or metropolitan part of the city, and this can be the residential area with some forested and mountain areas. So I still have a collective Lego city, but it is broken up on 2 tables within a room. Tip number 2, when building a custom Lego city, don't be restricted by the expert modular buildings, or at least that footprint, which is a 32 by 32 stud base plate and what we call a full building. Take that as a guide, but not all your buildings have to follow that same size. Mix it up a bit, and if you have limited space, scale down your buildings. Work with a half modular size building, that's 16 by 32, or go with 1/4 size, which can be 8 by 32. Or you can even go 1/4 the other way and do a 16 by 16. You can go even smaller with a 12 by 12 or 12 by 16. Basically, mix it up. Don't be afraid to use smaller size buildings amongst the official larger expert modular buildings. In this way, you get variety and density within your Lego city, but you can also pack much more builds within a small space and really maximize all the coverage on your tables to put as many builds as possible to create an interesting Lego city layout. Remember, a Lego city need not just be big and sprawling. What is more important is variety and density and how interesting your Lego city is. But the 3rd tip to really maximize and save space for a Lego city is to build it vertically. And this is what I mean. Imagine if that you don't build your Lego city just horizontally, but you have a large or tall shelf system like that, and you could build 2 levels of a Lego city. In this case, we'll take out the feet for this table here, and we just put it on top, and just imagine now that you have a double level Lego city. Now, it might be hard to access the higher levels, but at least you are able to maximize the vertical space and you can have more builds within the same space. And if you rearrange a bit of the furniture, you still could have one part really snug like that, and you see you could even have space to put other furniture or other Lego city tables right over here. And this is exactly what I do for a small brick city. The main city area is split up into 4 different levels. Now the footprint of this space is really small. It's only 6 feet by 2.5 feet. It's really small, but I'm using the entire vertical space and I really pack a lot of builds within this vertical space. The bottommost section is built into a cabinet to prevent dust, and I can get a pretty impressive city layout within this small space by building vertically. I hope these space-saving tips gives you ideas on how you can build a Lego city even if you didn't think you had the space before. Check it out, I've managed to place all the original furniture back into this room as well as place the entire Lego city inside without making it seem too cluttered. So it's always possible. I share a lot of these techniques on how to save space and how to build a Lego city in a small space in my book Bricks for Small Places. If you'd like to check it out, you can buy it from smallbrickcity.com/shop. If you have any more ideas on how to save space and maximize space for a Lego city, please share them in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. Thanks for watching and check out these 2 videos before you go.